What's up guys? Welcome back for another DevPro Duel video. The new Necloth archetype is one of the new archetypes that's coming up, I believe somewhere around February, March. Around that time of year, so that's like half a year from now. So still a long time, but thanks to the Yu-Gi-Oh organization, we have a few cards are released, are known, and two cards, both Trishula and Brionac, got a ritual version. Very cool. So let's take a quick look at the new cards. Something important if you want to have this update on Yu-Gi-Oh Pro. I highly suggest to check out YgoHack. I'll leave a link to his channel in the video description. He always posts up like the new cards a few weeks early before we have the official update on DevPro and Yu-Gi-Oh Pro. So feel free to check him out. Okay, let's take a quick look at the new Necloth cards and then some duels. First we have Trishula. Trishula has two different effects. It's a level 9 ritual card, and when it's summoned, the first effect we already know, like when it's summoned you can banish one card on your opponent's side of the field, you can banish one card from his grave and one card from his hand. His second effect is that you can discard Trishula itself from your hand, and at the moment when a Necloth card on your side of the field is being targeted by a card effect, so for example a breakthrough skill or Fiendish Chain or prison for example, and then you can negate the effect, so it's okay. Then we have Brionac. Brionac is level 6, it also has two effects. The first effect at this moment is not that important. It's hard to get off because Brionac, when it's on the field, you can banish up to 2 cards, so 1 or 2 cards from the opponent back to the deck, but only cards that were special summoned from the extra deck. So, for example, cards that were pendulum summoned from the extra deck, or exceeds or synchros, for example. His second effect is much more important at the moment with the current cards released. His second effect is pretty much a reinforcement of the army for the archetype. You can discard the Brionac from your hand to add a Necloth monster from your deck to your hand. So most of the time you'll be searching out Trishula with this effect. Then we have a new mirror, so an exo mirror, which can be used to special summon or ritual summon your Necloth monsters. It also has a graveyard effect that you can banish an exo mirror in your grave or from your grave together with a Necloth monster to search out another exo mirror from your deck and add it to your hand. So it's very similar to Kishki Aqua mirror. Then the last card is Necloth Sorcerer. At this moment, definitely not worth a spot in the main deck, but I'm sure if you get more support for the archetype, it will be definitely worth a main deck spot. It has two different effects. His first effect is that when it's used for a tribute, so when you use it to ritual summon your Necloth rituals, for example, I believe you can search out, a Necloth ritual monster from your deck. But at this moment, there aren't any spellcaster ritual Necloth monsters. His second effect, however, is that when if this card is banished, you can send one Necloth monster from your deck to the grave, except of course Sorcerer itself, which is decent. But at this moment, it's more dead weight in the main deck. But a few card choices. I'll come back to that in deck profile after duels. So let's hop in the first game. Okay, so the first tool, opponent is playing Het. Het is a deck, of course, with a lot of back row, and that's one of the reasons why I main deck Roll Degree and double Mystical Space Typhoon, because of the back row, like Fiendish Chain, Breakthrough Skill, and so on. Cards that can cause problems to negate Trishula's effect. So that's why I'm maining both Roll Degree and Mystical Space Typhoon in the main deck. Discard Brionac to search out the Trishula from my deck and immediately get Trishula on board. No Fiendish Chain, no Breakthrough Skill, so I get its effect off, very devastating for him, since I can banish the useless Spot of Duality from his grave, but more important, the Murmulator on the field and the Fire Hand from his hand, so that's perfect. Already some nice pluses here. Pluses in theory, of course, because it's pretty much equal now at the moment. So yeah, 1400 damage thanks to Manju. Manju also searched out, I believe, yeah, the Brionac, setting up for next turn, since yeah, you can only use its search effect once per turn. The hands, so both fire and ice hand, are a big threat for the deck. So that, yeah, pretty much only Trishula is my my out for yeah, fire and ice hand. So this is kind of not a great move, since yeah, now getting Trishula on board, I need to invest like 2 or 3 cards. Yeah, it's the ritual card, the ritual, yeah, the ritual material, and of course Trishula itself. So that's 3 cards I need to invest, and yeah, only banishing the fire hand on the field is not. Yeah, you really did not maximize your value here. You getting off of Trishula's effect. Since yeah, you obviously want to use Trishula if you can banish a card from his hand from the field, and yeah, something useful from the grave, for example. But yeah, anyway, he has the moral tech to stop the Trishula, discard the Brionac to search out the Trishula again, and I think here, because of his 3 back rows, and again, Trishula only targets, if I would summon Trishula, I would only banish his moral tech. Yeah, I thought it was better to go for Gigas, but yeah, he warnings my Gishik Aqua Mirror, so I think, okay, I know his one of his back rows is 1 moral tech and 1 unknown card, and maybe his unknown card is a Dimensional Prison. So that's why I go for Trishula, banish his unknown back row, no chain, so that's perfect, so I can freely attack over his moral tech, and yeah, I have some nice momentum going. He draws into a useless Blackhorn, I believe. Yeah, Blackhorn pretty much useless against the deck, since I rarely go for Exceeds or yeah, something like that. Yeah, anyway, next duel against Scraps. He gets a decent start, although he needs his combo pieces, and with only 5 cards. That definitely hinders his place. Then looking at my hand, yeah, before I activate my Upstart Goblin, I first going to search out a lot of cards, so maximize yeah, the combo piece, yeah, maximize the chances that I draw into my combo pieces. So get Gigas on board, no response, activates effect, not lucky today. Mill or at least I draw into the roll degree indeed. So that's 2 roll degree. I don't think that's useful against Scraps. I don't think he's playing that yeah, that much back row in his deck, so that both degrees also attacked for some nice damage, 3k I think indeed. Random MST, one of my degrees, okay, no problem. But yeah, at this moment my hand is not that great, not that live, and that's one of the problems I have with the deck. There are a lot of 2 and 3 card combos, and at this moment you see I really don't have a play ready. If my Gigas does not survive, and yeah, he's going to destroy it with Scrap Dragon, indeed, I really don't have a play ready. Although, on the other hand, yeah, I do have a lot of outs in my deck, like Salvage, Manju, the Abyss Searchers. I have a lot of outs, then I can get Trishula on board, for example. But yeah, this is definitely one of the downsides the deck at the moment has. But yeah, that's obviously one of the reasons why we are getting more support for the Archetype, of course. So get Gigas on board, get lucky, draw into the Abyss so I can bounce back his Scrap Dragon, get some nice draws, and yeah, he only has 5000 life points left, so I normal summon Abyss and go for the second Gigas. Use this effect, but yeah, we know it's game over. Looking at his hand, yeah, maybe I'm able to special summon Trishula, so activate Upstart, draw into Maiju. Nope, no Trishula this duel this time. So I can just attack for a game. So yeah, pretty decent duel. Next we have Shaddolls, and Shaddolls is an okay matchup, although yeah, Midrash, or Winda as it's called now, pretty stupid name change. But yeah, Trishula is like only 1 special summon for the turn, so it can nicely banish the opponent's Midrash, or yeah, Winda. He break those skills by Abyss, okay, not that, yeah, not a big problem. No, yeah, not a huge problem. Since I already have a Manju in hand, yeah, also have the Preparation of Rites, an excellent card. I'm only playing it once. I'm contemplating on adding a second onto the main deck. He goes for Midrash, gets the Falcon on board, and the nice draw with Beast. Yeah, also was able to, I think, yeah, special summon the Trishula last turn with Maju, although yeah, he had the breakthrough skill. But yeah, again, you most of the time want to wait like 1 or 2 turns, let your opponent set up a field and a grave. so you can again maximize your effect, your value you get off your Trishula. And this is what happens now. So you get Trishula on board, his breakthrough skill is gone, and I banish his Midrash, something from his hand, I believe a dragon, and the beast from his grave. Yeah, because the breakthrough skill in his grave is not that big of a deal. Then yeah, my turn. Activate the preparation of rights, get back the Exo Mirror, and I believe normal summon the Abyss, going to search out the vision, I believe. Yeah, get another Trishula on board to banish his face down Falcon, or at least try to banish his face down Falcon, and this is a huge momentum swing. Torrential clears my board, clears my setup, so I get Trishula's effect, banish the Falcon that was sent to the grave. But although again, the big downside of this deck is that there's a lot of 2 and 3 card combos, and now at this moment I can't do anything. So my opponent has a chance of making like a small comeback, a small return, which he does. He draws in 2 Curry Bandits. He's not going to attack, play it safe, and I believe he's going to excavate both the Beast and the Hedgehog. Yeah, with Hedgehog he's going to search out the monster, and with Beast he gets an extra draw. So yeah, he's back at 4 cards. He's back in a duel. Yeah, definitely one of the downsides this deck has at the moment. Here I'm able to get Gigas on board, but I can activate its effect, but if I somehow draw a Gishki, I'm forced to bounce back 1 card on the field. So again, I want to wait and let my opponent establish a field, like what he's doing now. But yeah, sadly he's going to destroy my roll degree with Dragon. Big bummer, since he does have the Shadow set, I believe. Yeah, the degree would have been nice. So let's see what's my next draw. Draw into Brionac, okay, which is fine. I can discard it and search out a Trishula for my deck. And here, I think it's perfect. The perfect opportunity to get Trishula on board. Banish his face down Falcon, the card in his hand, and I believe the dragon from his grave. He gets back his Shaddoll fusion, not that big of a threat. Midrash, something like that. I know at this moment, I think pretty much. What is it called? The Nephilim construct, I believe now its TCG name is his only out, bar back row. But yeah, it's only out, I mean, because I'm now get Gigas on board. Try to activate its effect. He has a responsive breakthrough skill indeed. Here I make maybe a minor mistake. Here I probably just should have attacked with both monsters and left my Gigas in hand. But I go for a second one because he has that one set, and maybe I'm lucky. Draw a card, draw a Gishki, bounce back his face down. And this is one of the worst draws I could have. Draw the 3rd Gigas, I believe. So I know at this moment, I'm in a good position unless he is able to special summon Nephilim to the field. Construct, that is. I know he has a Shaddoll fusion in hand, and he flips over his Shadow, so I'm like, what if he drew a light? And he did, in a form of Rainbow Kuribo. So he's able to special summon Nephilim to the field, so that's a big blow. He gets a draw with Beast, draws into Shadows. And here I lose my Gigas. Which is terrible, since I do have 2 Gigas, which are pretty much dead in the hands. And I think my only out here is to draw an Aqua Mirror, Gishki Aqua Mirror, so I can get the Gigas on board and maybe get lucky with its effect. But I don't. Set the MST. It's able to attack over the Trishula. And set the warning, which I'm going to MST. Set MST the last set back row. Which was not live, by the way. Drawn to Upstart, and with Upstart I'm going to draw the Exo Mirror, I believe. Not used at the moment, so that's game over. I don't know if it was really that big of a deal, that move a few turns earlier with the 2nd Gigas. I don't think it mattered, but it was a good duel. The last duel against Satellarknights. Most of the time, this time I start the duel, but most of the time I rather choose to go second, because I really need that 6th card. And as said, I like it when my opponent establishes a field first, and so I can maximize the value of my Gigas, like bounce back 1 card, or use Trishula the first turn and banish like 1 card on the field and 1 card in his hand, for example. He goes for Omega, random MST one of his back rows, to pretty much give him 1 less out to my Trishula or Gigas. Get Gigas on board. He has no response. I believe it's a useless wiretap. Draw into Salvage. Okay, no problem. So get that Gigas back from my grave. Attack over his Omega, no honest, so that's always nice. both attacks go through, so it's very good. Looking at my hand now, yeah, the salvage is not live, so again, my hand is pretty much dead unless I draw into something like yeah, an Abyss, one of my two Kishkis, so I can get Trishula on board. But yeah, he goes for Daedalus, he's going to blow up my Gigas. So yeah, if I don't draw anything good, I'm left with no place at all. But again, I have a lot of outs that I can draw, and yeah, the Vision is indeed one of them. So activate the Exo Mirror and get Trishula on board. Trishula is going to Red Face, so banishes Deneb, banishes Daedalus, and banishes Vega indeed from his hand. That pretty much leaves him crippled, since now his engine is gone. Daedalus did not activate, and his Deneb is banished. Upstart into a useless Blackhorn. Yeah, useless because I rarely, of course, exceed, or yeah, never synchro summon. Goes for Archetype, which is the correct play to suck up that Trishula. Again, get lucky with my draw into Abyss, use my mirror from my grave, banish it with Brionac, so I can search out the second mirror from my deck, and yeah, salvage both Vision and Shadow back. That's yeah, the nice pluses the Kishki engine has. Get Gigas on board, he cannot activate his Blackhorn because it's not an inner red special summon, which is nice, so I can, yeah, also can bounce back his Archetype. And yeah, here I think, okay, pretty much Mirror Force is only out. I think, yeah, the chances of him having something like Dimensional Prison is far more likely than him having Mirror Force. So that's why I take the risk, special summon the second Gigas, and maybe get lucky with its effect, so I can bounce back an extra card. But yeah, we know his back row, the MST, the Blackhorn, and the Wiretap, both that, and that's game over. So GG. Anyway, the deck list. Yeah, this is just part 1. I'm still testing out the ratios and so on of how many cards I have to play. But yeah, as I said, I think, yeah, at the moment 3 Trishula, 3 Brionac is pretty much staple, 3 Mirror the same, and the new, yeah, the Sorcerer one, the level 4. I don't think it's worth the main deck spot just yet, but yeah, we will probably get more support in the future, so yeah, I think then the Sorcerer will be worth the main deck spot. Yeah, at the moment I think I'm going to add a second Preparation of Rites to the main deck. It's just too good. But for all degree, I'm not sure if I should main deck it or not. It's just, yeah, to make sure my Trishula play goes through, and to negate cards like Breakthrough Skill and Phoenix Chain. But yeah, definitely opinions and tips, suggestions are always welcome. I of course, always appreciate it. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lead them signing out. Peace.